meeting to order, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, bless our elected officials. Grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen.
Roll call, please.
Goodart.
Here.
Green.
Here.
Lepore.
Here.
Nastrovich.
Here.
Ricks.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
Yar.
Here.
See everybody here tonight. Approval of minutes for the special quarterly roundtable meeting of January 13th would be in order.
So moved.
Support. What's been made and supported? Is there any discussion on the minutes? Be not. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We also have our regular meeting minutes of January 20th. Is there a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved. Support.
Any discussion on the motion? Being none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We move on to audience comments on any non-agenda items. If anybody would like to address the city council, we ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address to the clerk for the record. Would anybody like to address city council? We will move on. Adoption of agenda, Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
City council, any changes? Being not a motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
So moved.
What do you want to support?
Support.
You should,
No, you know, ladies
you should never
first.
give in to him.
Ladies first, she can make the motion.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
What's been made and supported, there is no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We have two items for consideration this evening. The first one is consideration of approving resolution number 2014-1, the request to sell white canes by the Richmond Lions Club. Mr. City Manager.
Council is to consider the request received from the Richmond Lions Club to conduct their annual white cane sale on Friday, April 25th, and Saturday, April 26th. Additionally, council is being requested to approve resolution 2014-1, which proclaims the week of April 27th through May 3rd, 2014 as White Cane Week.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I move to approve resolution number 2014-1 proclaiming the week of April 27th through May 3rd, 2014 as White Cane Week, and the request received from the Richmond Lions Club to conduct their white cane sale at the intersection of Main Division and County Line Road and St. Clair Highway on Friday, April 25th and Saturday, April 26th, 2014 from dawn to dusk. Further, the Lions Club agrees that the volunteers will wear reflective vests to make them visible to motorists and utilize traffic cones. That the Lions Club agree not to be in the Main Division intersection on Friday, April 25th from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. and further, the Lions agree to sign a liability waiver.
Support. What's been made and supported. Discussion? Our annual, hopefully they have good weather again. Any audience comments on this? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. Item number 2, consideration of Detroit, excuse me, DTE light removal proposal. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to consider approving the light removal agreement with DTE Energy for the removal of the Cobra-style streetlights along Main Street south of Howard and Gratiot Avenue from 31 to County Line Road. The removals will include 22 light fixtures of the old style Cobra lights and the removal of 8 poles. The project cost will be $10,645 for the removals. However, the estimated savings is over $5,000 per year on the community street lighting bill.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion before discussion?
I'll make a motion to amend the fiscal year 2014-15 budget by increasing the appropriate line item capital improvements, contractual services by $10,656 and reducing the appropriate line item capital improvements, building additions and improvements by $5,500.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion?
I apologize, Mr. Mayor.
Mhm.
The motion actually needs to end, I made a mistake on that, after the 10,656, we don't have to reduce the other line item. So they could amend. That 5,500 wasn't put in this year's budget, and I didn't realize that till after I had.
Oh,
So we're just increasing that line item. It'll allow
from the fund balance.
Drop from the fund balance.
Okay.
My apologies for not catching that motion.
Okay.
And then at the 10,000.
And at the 10,000.
Okay. Okay, Dennis, you're good with that? You made the motion? Okay. Any discussion?
Yes, I'm glad this is getting done, and I see that in approximately 2 years, we'll recoup our investment and start saving about $5,000 a year, the following year. So I'm going to get handled and move towards some savings on this.
I asked John, in relation to this, the ones that we have between Oak and, Wire? Forest. Oak and Forest. If it's a different animal there because it's all wired in series and affects all the lights in through there, including our new lights. If we could at least get them to unscrew the bulbs and start charging us for a light we don't need. Plus the aesthetics, it looks so much nicer. We get the effect of what we did out there on the streetscape with the ornamental lights. So he's working with the gentleman there to see if there's any way possible that they could at least take the bulbs out. And I would hope we would see not similar savings, but some savings.
It'll be,
Yeah, some savings out of that also. But he's already working on that. Any other discussion on movement of money? Any audience comments on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. We need a motion to approve the removal agreement.
Make a motion to approve the light removal agreement, approving the light removal agreement with DTE Energy for the removal of 22 streetlights and 8 poles along Main Street south of Howard and Gratiot Avenue from 31 Mile Road to County Line Road.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Any discussion on this?
I have a question. By Howard, where they've taken the culvert down, beyond my side of the road, they still got the cement base there, and are they going to,
Not as part of this project because it's completely above ground.
okay,
And so what I'm having them do is take that base removal and put it with the next phase of removals. Because the crews that are coming out to do these removals and the level, they don't do any underground work, they just do all above ground work. I mean, I realize they're taking 8 poles out, but they'll be doing that at any time of the year.
all right,
So that one, they'll actually have to either jackhammer or somehow excavate that base.
yeah, because it looks bad.
Yeah.
And,
Trip hazard.
and if you're trying to make it look halfway decent out there, you've got that obstacle there, and you got the fire hydrant right by it also, so I was just, when I seen this, I thought I would bring it up now.
I did talk to him about it when he came out here to discuss this proposal, and I had about 3 other projects that I want him taking a look at for us, and I mentioned that base with the removals on the next phase.
Very good. Anything else? Any audience comments on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We move on to city manager's comments, sir.
It's been a rough week for our DPW. We've had about 4 water main breaks since last week, and kind of delayed some of our downtown cleanups. Due to that and all the work that they did, there was a lift station problem this weekend. I am having an extra dump truck driver come in to help them this next couple nights. I talked to the union, they're fine with that. So they'll be hopefully getting things taken care of for the upcoming weekend. The Canadian National Railroad Company has already gotten us the sales agreement. TIP had approved purchasing that extra stretch there from Maine to Oak at their last meeting, and already have in hand the sales contract for us to review. City Hall, after the meeting, the City Hall plans, the revisions are on the table over there. Didn't get them in time for the packet, but they're over there on the table if council has any questions or wants to take a look at them.
Very good. Okay, moving to council comments. We're gonna go backwards. Jamie? Jeffrey?
Just appreciate our DPS staff for all they're doing over there, considering what we've had. They're doing a great job keeping up with it.
Yes.
I agree with Jeff, and then also just wish everybody the best of luck at the Ice Fest. And a lot of things going on, especially with wrestling at the schools this weekend. There's gonna be a lot of people in town. Hopefully everybody has a great time.
Very good.
I agree with everything you said, and nothing more.
I do as well, thank you.
Jimmy?
I do concur with that the city has done an outstanding job. And it just seems like it always snows on Friday night, Saturday, that they're out. Well, of course, it affects you too, but not in the city. The other thing that I do have a concern about is the sidewalks in town. If I would be a letter carrier or a meter reader, I'll tell you what, your mail wouldn't come, because it's not nice, and it's not hard to see which ones have not been taken care of, and we do have an ordinance on that.
Yeah.
Even though, it's been cold and windy, snowing, but still, these people still have a job to do, and it makes it very, very hard for them. That's it, I'm done.
I agree with everything that's been said, and I did talk to John about this last week. There's the same people and some new people have decided not to do their sidewalks, and it's not fair to everybody. And I was telling John, there's been witness to people walking down the middle of Division because the sidewalks aren't done. They're coming from the apartments and our trailer park especially, and they're walking right down the middle of Division because it's the only place they can walk. How unsafe that is, making kids walk out into the street around places, but it's horrible. And I agree with you, we did pass an ordinance last year that was brought to us by the administration that was going to shorten the time that we could eliminate this type of not following the ordinance. So I think that's an agenda item for the city council, possibly in the near future. Find out what's going on there, because it's got ridiculous. Been a lot of snow. As you mentioned, there's a lot of people that work in this, and those people still are cleaning their sidewalks. So why it is these other people are not is beyond me. I just don't understand it. So you gotta look out for other people. You're forcing kids walking home from school out in the street. That's ridiculous. So we've got to do something about it. So anyhow, let's go to the calendar. Today being February 3rd. As mentioned, the Winter and Ice Festival will start on Friday night and go through Sunday. And a lot of activities going on throughout the community and also in the park. The Cable Commission will be meeting on the 11th at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. The Planning Commission will be meeting at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall on the 13th. And the Daddy-Daughter Dance is completely sold out for the 13th by the Park and Rec Department. And then winter recess for Richmond schools. The kids will be out and about on Friday the 14th. And going back to school, I believe, on President's Day, the 17th. Senior Snow Social, have we heard if that's sold out?
I don't
yet, John?
believe that is.
Yeah, so the Senior Snow Social, being held on the 16th of February, put on by our Parks and Recreation Department, 727-3064. You can contact them and get into a fun time there for our seniors. And the next regular scheduled city council meeting will be on the 17th. at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. Was there anything else that we need to bring up?
I believe that the school is closed here on the 17th.
Okay, so the winter recess for school is the 14th, Friday, and Monday, the 17th. So they will be out and about those days. Is there anything else that we need to discuss this evening? Any other business of the city council? Being none, a motion to adjourn be in order.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support. Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. Thanks for being with us.